Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. We have a show full of the latest hot topics everyone is talking about. The holiday season, so we have a few breaks coming up, but we're going to end the year off right. One of my drove over social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, of course, our official website is StephenKnightShow.com. Rather watch us go on our YouTube channel, Stephen Knight Show. Go on our TikTok. Our TikTok is jumping now. We have over 1 million likes. And people are commenting, arguing, going back and forth. I love every moment of it. Also remind you, we have new merch out, so check it out. And make sure you register to vote. We had a big election last week. We have, more elections coming next year that are very important. So make sure you're registered. And again, we're sending our thoughts and prayers to all the victims of the war with Israel and Palestine. A lot of innocent people are being murdered, which is horrible. All right. Family. How y'all feeling today on this fine Monday?
All right. Really, Linnea?
Well, listen, our question of the day is, if you could ask your future self one question, what would it be? Linnea.
Have you forgiven yourself?
That's a good one. What about you, Keke?
You said my future self?
Your future self, yeah.
If I could ask my future self one thing, how does it feel to have lived your life without any regrets?
That's a good one too. I think mine would be, did you do all that you wanted to do? Yeah, so that's good for us to keep in mind as we move on in life, to make sure that when we ask ourselves those questions when we get older, that we can answer them affirmatively. But tweet us at home, let us know, if you could ask your future self one question, what would it be? All right, so hot topic. So last week, Keke Palmer, she was granted a temporary restraining order against her ex and father of her son, Darius Daulton Jackson, after he was accused of abusing her multiple times. Now, Darius is reportedly denying the allegations. So according to TMZ TV, a source close to Darius reportedly claims that the latest issue between the two stemmed from a disagreement about custody over their son, Leotis. The source shared that Darius and Keke were texting about picking up their son so he could watch a football game last Sunday. However, when he arrived at Keke's place, their son wasn't there, leading to an argument. Keke called her mother, and her mother allegedly threatened to put a bullet in Darius's head. A source connected to Keke reportedly told the outlet that Darius began to cuss at Keke while she was on the phone with her mother, and Keke's mother, Sharon, threatened Darius because she had feared for her daughter's safety. Darius denies abusing Keke, and a source connected to him claims that the still images attached to Keke's restraining order filing is from when Darius tried to wrestle Keke's phone from her, causing them to tussle on the couch. Now, a source claims that police were called over, but didn't find any probable cause to arrest Darius for domestic violence, and they did not make a report. The outlet also noted that Keke's restraining order filing, that she also attached the screenshots from the altercation that happened last year in February. However, it's unclear what led to the incident. So if you don't know, she filed for full custody of her child, but she also filed for the restraining order, and attached to the restraining order were video stills of him choking her on the couch. And so he's saying it didn't happen, although we have the footage. And apparently, Keke's mom, she's been in the industry 22 years to support, Keke's business partner and manager. And she made a video and said that she reached out. So Darius's brother is a star of one of the stars of Insecure. And she reached out to him to say, your brother is abusing my daughter. And he said, I used to be like that too. And one of his ex-girlfriends who he was dating while doing Insecure came out and said he is abusive as well. So now so their mother, both the Darius and his brother, their mother had come out and said that it wasn't true. So now it's causing all this back and forth. But one thing people are saying, people love Keke Wyatt. And Keke Wyatt Palmer And we're gonna keep White too, but Keke Palmer and Keke's mom doesn't get involved in things like that, but she's always around because she is a manager business partner. So I'm gonna start with you, Linnea. What are your thoughts on these allegations? And when you heard about it, what were your thoughts? Because a lot of people are saying that they obviously protected him because none of this came out. This happened last year, and now it's out there. So what are your thoughts?
So you never know what's going on behind doors, right? And I saw some of the comments, and Keke didn't put those images out. Team Z got a hold of them,
Right.
because it's public record,
Mm-hmm.
and they put all those out.
Yeah.
She didn't file. She went and filed her restraining order. She got a restraining order. I'm going to assume that's a temporary one because they got to go back to court in December. But
Yeah.
she was given sole custody of their son. In regards to who his brother is, I hate to say this, but I can see that dynamic being true because of who his brother is. And I could probably assume the chick who talked about the brother, the ex-girl, because she was the one that had a baby by him, and that's why she wanted to show no more.
Right.
Ooh. Looking at the stills is rough.
Yeah.
Like he's on top of her.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing where you can see she has the upper hand.
Right.
It's all him. And then the reaction with the whole Usher thing, that's like more flames to the fire.
Mm-hmm.
So I really, really do hope that this situation gets worked out, because people do love Keke.
Yeah.
But the thing that bothers me was the comments on social media. It's her fault. Why she didn't say nothing.
Mm-hmm.
If she wouldn't have been out there acting like that with Usher, he wouldn't have put his hands on her. She toxic as hell. She created all of that.
Yeah.
So listen, when you got them cameras in your house, it's probably way more than what she even attached to it.
Exactly.
When somebody go black out, he wasn't thinking about them cameras.
Mm-hmm. And I read today that allegedly he's done it multiple times, and that's what led her to end up leaving him. But Chike, so his brother, one of the stars of Insecure, he said that he never said it to Keke Palmer's mom that he used to abuse women as well. And he said that none of this is true. But after the footage came out, the pictures of stills, he deleted his comment because it's not there on the internet. So what are your thoughts on this?
So, okay. I'm receiving this information probably like most of the world is receiving the information in pieces. Okay.
Right.
From my point of view, their relationship was golden until the Usher concert, and then it went down a dirty, rocky hill real fast. Although that's not the reality of their situation.
Right.
The reality of their situation is that they've been in trouble for some time, and she was probably dealing with a lot of stuff for some time, and we didn't know about it, and then it trickles out. The part that gets me, first of all, I don't like men putting their hands on women. I don't like that.
Yeah.
But the other, not but, because but erases everything that you said before. However, the other aspect of this is I cannot stand to see fathers separated from their children, especially male children. I would advise bruh to get yourself a lawyer, put yourself in a rehabilitation program before a judge orders you to. Stack your money up and work on rehabilitation so you can maintain a relationship with your child.
Yeah.
You're probably still sore about the relationship with Keke because you probably still have a lot of emotions over that relationship because there were a lot of things attached to it. Let it go. What's more important is your relationship with your child. Work on showing the court before you have to go to court that you're rehabilitated and you're working on being a good father. That's the only way that I see light at the end of this situation.
Yeah.
Agree to be.
I don't know if that's to Chike's point. I'm sorry. Wasn't there something that said that he was trying to pull their son from her?
Mm.
Before I saw a story about that, like he was trying to snatch his son from her.
Yeah.
I can see that. I can see that. However, before a court orders you to send yourself into rehab and show the world that you're trying to rehabilitate yourself so you can have a relationship with your child. At this point, it's negative to your end, and you're going to have to go way above and beyond the call of duty to come back to normal.
Mm-hmm. You know, and when I first heard about this last week, the first thing I heard was she filed for full custody, and then I saw a restraining order, and I said, I wonder if she did the restraining order so she could get full custody. But when I saw those images, it was like, oh, you know, and it's sad that women are not believed in situations like that. But she had the camera, she had the footage, and you can't erase that. You can't erase it.
And I mean,
You just never know what people are going through.
Yeah.
No, and I've worked in family law for a long time. I know that there are some women who are so spiteful.
Yeah.
They're spiteful and they use the system. And then there are those, you know, who genuinely need it.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, there is a such thing as people filing for the restraining order.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So yes, people do that.
Mm-hmm.
But once you see those images,
Yeah.
I hate to see what it looks like in motion.
Right.
Because it looks like he drug her from one spot to the other spot, going back and forth with her.
Yeah.
You know, in the one particular.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we hope they figure this.
Can I just add this too, Stephen? I will say this, and this goes to any other person out there that's in this situation. Time is of the essence. Don't wait around. Your child is only going to age as time goes on. The more time that you spend dealing or not dealing with this situation, time goes on where your child is not connected to you. Don't let time pass without your child knowing who you are or being in their life.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, can you imagine spending months without roaming the internet? Most people can't spend a full day without it. However, a Georgia Mason University professor is warning that an impending solar storm may lead the world into an internet apocalypse. Now, he says the internet has come to the age during a time when the sun has been relatively quiet, and now it's entering a more active time. His name is Professor Peter Becker. He is the lead investigator on a project that creates Earth warning systems for threats such as this one. The scientist told Fox News that there have been a lot of coral mass injections, CMEs, over superheated material. Superheated matter that distorts Earth's magnetic field. According to Becker, power grids, satellites, underground fiber optic cables with copper sheds, navigation and GPS systems, radio transmitters, and communication equipment are all vulnerable. There also only be a warning 8 to 12 ahead of the ordeal. So apparently something like this happened back in 1859, but it was when we had telegraph systems. And now he's saying that the systems are more vulnerable now. So we could literally be without the internet for months because it would take, and not just internet, but technology like that, because it takes a while to rebuild all those things. And they say it could disrupt up to 10 to 20 billion dollars per day if it would hit the economy this way, if this were to happen. And it could happen any day. So think about it. We have our banking systems, we have our phones, we have everything's tied to the internet. What would the internet be like, Chike, if it was gone for months? What would the world be like?
You talking about me personally or just in the world?
in the world? Well, world and personal. What do you think?
I think it would be chaotic for the world. I think people will lose their minds. They would need to be admitted to mental wards. Seriously, I think
Mhm.
people would not know how to act.
Yeah.
However, those those of us that were born before a certain time will know how to operate. And those of us that have been Boy Scouts and know how to camp and do things from a prehistoric disposition will be even better. I'm going to be okay. Because at this point in my life, I connected the internet to work. And when
Mhm.
you say the internet is not working, that means I'm off work.
Neil, what are your thoughts on this?
All I need to know is that whole thing gonna affect, you know, uh student loans
Right.
and rent portals. So I know how to maneuver. Hey, I can't pay my rent because or I can't pay this student loan right now.
Uh-huh.
What's going on? I can't pay these bills. Listen, I can't go online and pay y'all ain't even got nowhere close to me to go in person. So I can't do that either. So
Mhm.
what I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna do?
Ugh.
Um, I'll be fine because there was a time people used to call me on payphone. It was a time I had a landline. We weren't worried about no intranet. We
Right.
weren't about that type of stuff. So guess what? It would be what it's gonna be. I guess we just gonna have to. Well, got rid of the DVD. So there's still a couple red boxes around. We'd have to find. We'd have to work. You know what you would have to do? You
Hmm.
would really have to talk to people.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Who the
Charade popping.
I think from a societal standpoint, it'll be good for people to be talking again and interacting again, in person. But I don't like this. I don't like it.
You think it's going to be that sweet? You
But
think
he
it's
be
going to be
on
that
it
sweet of
every
people
day.
just
Steven
talking?
on every day. Steven is on every day. He going crazy. That's what's wrong with him. That's why he need a break. He needs a social media break because Steven is on every day. That's his problem. So if he loses it, Steven gonna go crazy.
I will go crazy. I'll go crazy. All right. Well, nearly 35 years after the release of her song Fast Car, Tracy Chapman has become the first Black songwriter to win a CMA for Song of the Year. So, according to Rolling Stones, the song recently rose to popularity due to the cover by singer Luke Combs. Chapman did not attend the CMAs last week on Wednesday, but she did thank the crowd in a statement. She said, "It's truly an honor for my song to be newly recognized after 35 years of its debut. Thank you to the CMAs and special thanks to Luke and all the fans of Fast Car." So, this song, I had heard it, I guess, but it didn't pop to my head. So I listened to it when I heard this news. It's a great song. I mean, I'm sure people love the song, loved it for years, but it was a great song. And so it goes to show the power of music. 35 years after she released it, now she wins Songwriter of the Year for it. Linnea, what are your thoughts on this accomplishment?
So I love Tracy Chapman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm not watching the CMAs, but I love Tracy Chapman. The one thing I will say is I did see a clip circulating from that. It was a fella by the name of Jelly Roll.
Yes.
He won Best New Artist.
Uh-huh.
First of all, the speech he gave wasn't in front of the right people because he needed a black
He sure did. He sure did.
He needed the organ. He needed us with
Mm-hmm.
that he gave because he also performed with K Michelle, which was a first.
Yeah.
K Michelle, CMAs, who would have thunk it? But
I would have thunk it.
I would.
She has a degree in yodeling. Come on.
Well, she performed with Jelly Roll, who won Best New Artist, and he's 39 years old, and that's his whole speech was he needed us. That's
He
all.
did. He did.
But
Yeah.
congratulations to Tracy,
Mm-hmm.
because she should have been recognized a long time ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's clarify that.
Mm-hmm.
But we're here now, and I hope that she relishes in this moment because she honestly, wholeheartedly deserves it.
Yeah, yeah. No, so about K Michelle, well, Jelly Roll, his story, he was in jail. he had some trouble early on, but he's married, has kids, and now he's a new artist, and he was saying, it's never too late, and he's 39 years old to win Best New Artist. But you're right, he took it to church. But Kate Michelle has been saying she wanted to do a country album for a long time. And so go on our TikTok page, we posted where she performed with him. People were so proud of her, like the fact that she's now on the CMA stage as an R&B artist. But they said real Kate Michelle fans know she loves country music. But Chike, what are your thoughts on this?
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
I've probably my whole entire life, I've always been an advocate of the arts. And this is a true example of what someone who has pure artistry can do. I think that, and to me, this is like a classic textbook situation. To me, when an artist creates art, you're giving a piece of your soul to the universe. What wonderfulness is it that you give that offering up, and then it circles back in time and comes back and offers something back to you. So yeah, absolutely. I love it. I wish that this kind of stuff would happen to more artists.
Yeah. And I downloaded the song. It's on my phone now.
It justifies like everything artists go through.
Exactly. I agree. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back, find out the recent establishment in Elijah McClain case, and then more on the Jonathan Majors, why his attorneys are pushing back. Right back after this.